afternoon, and in the Steel City, those are reserved for one thing, football, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh.
Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports.
Here's the rookie 4th-round pick, Pierre Strong.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second down, here's Strong once more.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Jones.
This one swung outside to Strong. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
It's a room to maneuver. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Strong. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. From the 29, Jones. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down and 5. Second down, here's Strong once more.
And some room to work.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Strong again.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, a run with Strong.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing, Jones.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And here's another carry for Harris.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Throwing now is Garoppolo.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, That gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On play action, now Garoppolo.
He's got this to Pickens. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Going with Strong on the counter. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Off the play fake. Jones finds Strong on the check down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jones on 3rd down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gets this out wide to Pickens. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This one taken just inside the 10.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 13. Play action. Garoppolo. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
21.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Finding Harris over the middle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw brought in by Austin.
Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
On play action, it's Garoppolo.
That one complete downfield to Johnson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. A pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Rolling to his left. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 21. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
from 17 yards out.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll give it to Strong.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Operating from the gun. Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Hey, gun.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
As many games as the 2 of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the 1st quarter.
They were gone in the 1st quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop it.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
21. Here we go. 2.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Austin. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 10. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Strong grabs it over the middle. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Throw fighting Thornton over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. That's complete yet again to Thornton. They find some open field here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll run out of the gun here with Strong. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down and 4. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Garoppolo looking to throw. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So it's a win here for the Steelers, and it was Jimmy Garoppolo, who really played well.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.